The suitcase was heavier than it should have been when she gripped its handle. Her knuckles turned bone-white, her balance faltering just enough to betray surprise. That tiny crack in her carefully rehearsed composure made every moment I'd spent planning this weekend worth it. "Good heavens, did you pack bricks?" she laughed, thin and brittle, her eyes flicking toward me with the cautious curiosity of someone unsure if they were being watched or indulged. I gave her a casual shrug, my face unreadable. "Got everything you need in there," I said evenly. "It's a special weekend, isn't it?" She hesitated, just for a beat, before recovering with a practiced smile, the kind she'd worn often in recent months. It didn't reach her eyes. "You're too sweet," she said, brushing a kiss against my cheek. Her lips were cold, unfamiliar. I watched her tug the suitcase toward the door, the wheels groaning under the unnatural weight. She didn't look back. Only when her car disappeared down the street did I release the breath I hadn't realized I was holding. Everything was set. Her name was Emily. We'd been married for 8 years, together for 10. For most of that time, I believed we were good, comfortable, happy even. We had our routines, our private jokes, our little traditions. But 3 months ago, everything changed. She left her phone on the kitchen counter while she showered. I wasn't snooping. It simply lit up, the message preview bright and bold. "Can't wait to see you this weekend. I miss you so much. Derek." Derek, a name that meant nothing to me. No co-workers, no old friends, no harmless acquaintances bore that name. A chill ran through me. But I didn't storm upstairs. I didn't scream or accuse. I knew better. If you confront a liar without proof, they'll only become more careful. So I waited. I became an actor in the quiet play of our unraveling. I smiled when she smiled. I kissed her goodnight. I asked about her day. All the while, I was building the truth she thought I'd never find. I installed a keylogger on her laptop. I watched every typed message, every late-night chat, every subtle digital betrayal. I followed her just once, on a night she claimed to be working late. Instead, she pulled into the underground parking garage of a sleek downtown hotel, wearing the same perfume she used to wear for me. The next morning, I kissed her forehead like I always had. She never suspected a thing. I slipped a GPS tracker into her car. Each lie she told became a thread I unraveled slowly, methodically. She whispered "I love you" as she left for her so-called girls' trip. I whispered it back, tasting the bitterness beneath my tongue. She packed elegant dresses, expensive lingerie, things she hadn't worn for me in over a year. Meanwhile, I packed my own bag, but not with clothes, with evidence. Printed texts, photos, receipts, time-stamped betrayal in every corner of that folder. Derek lived in a luxury apartment complex across town. I'd watched him from afar more times than I could count. Mid-30s, cocky grin, custom-tailored suits. The kind of man who believed he'd never be held accountable. The type who slept with another man's wife without losing a wink of sleep. Her car was already there when I arrived, parked sloppily, as if desire had outweighed caution. I waited, gave them time to relax, to feel untouchable. Then I knocked. The door opened. Derek answered, his expression falling the instant he saw me. "Can I help you?" he asked, already on edge. "I believe you can," I said, stepping forward. He hesitated, just long enough to consider slamming the door. I didn't give him the chance. A firm shove and I was inside. "Hey, you can't just," he started. "Be quiet, Derek." I snapped. "We need to talk." Emily appeared in the hallway, barefoot and wide-eyed, her robe clutched tightly at the collar, as though fabric could shield her from what she'd done. "James, why are you here?" she stammered. I didn't even look at her. My eyes stayed on Derek. "You know who I am, don't you?" His jaw flexed. "I think you should leave." I laughed. Cold. Empty. "Oh, I'll leave. But first..." I pulled the folder from my bag, fanning its contents across the polished coffee table. Photos, messages, bookings, receipts. A year of secrets. Exposed. "You thought you were clever," I said, voice rising like a storm. "Thought no one would ever find out. Thought I was too trusting. Too blind. Emily stepped closer, eyes wide with panic. "James, please," she whispered. "Can we talk in private?" "Private?" I turned to her, my anger barely restrained. "You wanted privacy when you snuck off to his bed. Don't ask for it now." She flinched, tears pooling in her eyes. But I felt nothing, not even pity. "You don't get to cry," I said. "You forfeited that right." Derek sat stiffly, his hands clenched. "Look, I didn't mean for any of this." "Save it," I snapped. "I don't care about your excuses. But maybe your wife will." His face went pale. "What?" "Oh, yes," I said, relishing the moment. "I found her. Lovely woman. Deserved to know what kind of man she married." "James," Emily said, barely above a whisper, desperation leaking from every syllable. "Don't do this. You should have thought of that before you did this." I shot back, gesturing to the wreckage they created. I turned toward the door, the folder slung back into my bag. "And if I ever see you near her again, Derek," I added, "I'll make sure every person you work with knows exactly what kind of man you are." Then I left. The silence I left behind was heavy enough to crush them. By the next morning, consequences rained down like thunder. I sent every file, every message and photo to Derek's wife, along with a simple note: "You deserve the truth. I'm sorry you had to find out this way." She filed for divorce within the week. Derek resigned to his firm soon after. Quietly, without statement or ceremony. Rumors spread fast in their high-rise offices. As for Emily, she tried to reach out. She cried. She begged. She wrote long apologies that arrived folded and unread. But I was done listening. The divorce papers had already been prepared. I handed them to her in silence. She left with nothing but the clothes she could carry. It wasn't easy. None of it was. Some nights I stared at the ceiling, the memories twisting like vines around my throat. But slowly, the weight lifted. Standing in the quiet stillness of the home we once shared, I felt the pain begin to loosen its grip. I had lost a wife, but in her place, I gained something far more valuable: clarity, self-respect, freedom, and a deep, soul-settling satisfaction that justice had finally been served.